Hey there, everybody. It's Tuesday, February the 6th. Another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. I hope everybody is doing okay out there. Beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. Another sunny day. We're supposed to get up to 60 by this weekend. 60, 62 on Saturday. Possibly hitting a record. Are we going to have an early spring? I hope so. So, what are we talking about today? Well, it's National Chopsticks Day. Here's the thing. I don't play the piano. I wish I did, but everybody can play chopsticks. Everybody plays chopsticks. You see just a person who goes and sees a piano in like a hotel or lobby, and they just tap on the key. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. But it's not that kind of chopsticks. Whoops. It's the chopsticks that we use to eat Chinese food. It's that thing. It's that thing. I can't do that either. Can't do that. First of all, I'm not a big fan of Chinese food. It's okay. Like a spring roll is good. I like a good spring roll, but that's about it. It's lemon chicken. You do anything with chicken. Lemon chicken's good. But so I'm not a big, chopsticks guy. I like a fork. I like a regular fork. You can just, But one interesting fact about chopsticks that I want to read about. Back in the day, we're not talking in the 1940s. We're talking like back to 5,000 years ago or something like that. They used to make their chopsticks silver chopsticks. Why? Because people were afraid back then, especially like the royalty, of being poisoned. And I guess if you had silver chopsticks, maybe the poison would have like a reaction or something. I don't know. And the chopsticks would really glow. I'm just saying. But that's probably true. So there you go. If you like chopsticks, if you love Chinese food, have some today and think of me as your status at your roots. Okay, so what's going on today? Oh, did you hear about this? Oh my God. There, I got the Eagles. Go birds. Birds. The Eagles are the first game next season in September in Brazil. Did you hear about that? Eagles will be the first team, along with whoever they play. We don't know who they're playing. Friday night, September the 6th. That's an odd thing. Friday night game, first game of the season in Sao Paulo, Brazil. First football game in South America. And they speak Portuguese there. That's going to throw a lot of people because, especially the Philadelphia people, going down there for the game. Hey, Adrian, hey, what are you doing? Hey, let's take some hoagies with this and cheesesteak. It's going to throw a lot of people. People are going to think, I got to bring up on my Spanish so I can get around it, for the game. Not so. They speak Portuguese there. Portuguese. So that's might be a little tricky for the typical Eagles fan. But, I'm sure the Eagles, the fans always travel well, always. And I'm sure they're going to be down September the 6th, and they're going to take over that freaking stadium. You watch. You watch. It is an Eagles home game. Eagles were supposed to have 9 home games this year. Yeah, they all with the unbalanced schedule, 17-game schedule every year. It alternates. You have 9 home games, then you got 9 away games. So that's going to count as a home game. But that's no big deal. We're still going to have 8 home games here in Philadelphia. So it's no big deal, right? I wouldn't complain that. You're going to have people complain. That's the way people are. They're going to say, it's one less home game. Anyway, that should be really true. You know, the weather will still be pretty nice, because September 6th, that'll sort of be the equivalent of April 6th here. And so the weather actually should be getting nice down there. Maybe not too hot, but just getting a little warmer, right? So it might be a nice environment to go to. Like I said, I bet you we're gonna have a lot of Eagles fans down here September 6th. I just know it. I just know it. They're gonna take over the Brazil, I don't think of Brazil. Brazil, a beautiful woman. It seemed like there for a while. Every Miss Universe was from Brazil, Miss Brazil. I'd have to look that up. How many Miss Brazils have there been in the, ever one Miss Universe? I bet you a lot of them. I bet you. Anyway, so that's interesting. You know what I was thinking about? Now, here's the thing. Later on in the week, like Thursday, we're going to start talking about the Super Bowl, which is coming up on Sunday. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about who I think is going to win, which prop bets to kind of focusing on. Super Bowl parties. Are you having a party on Sunday? You going out? You having people over? What do you serve? What kind of snacks do you have? Right? That kind of stuff. But today, I was thinking about Super Bowl halftime shows. And I looked it up, and there's a whole list, and pretty impressive list of performers over the years. But did you know, for the first 25 years or so, the Super Bowl, they never had a big halftime show. That surprised me. I forgot. It's just what blank. They had marching bands. I'm not kidding. All through the 70s and practically the 80s too. Marching bands. Can you believe it? And they had this group up people, and they would perform new groups. Nobody ever watched it. That's why I forgot about it. People went on halftime. People went and got snacks, we went to the bathroom or stuff like that. Or talk, about the game. Nobody watched it. That's unbelievable to me. Because the very first halftime show, real halftime show as we know, with a big musical star, was 1993, Michael Jackson. Yes, Michael Jackson was the first. And I looked up his performance. What a performance. In fact, there's a list. I think Rolling Stone magazine had their 15 greatest Super Bowl halftime shows. Now, this is just their opinion, And then I think NBC had one too. And almost every poll that I looked at has Michael Jackson in the top 3 of halftime shows. And he was the very first. And it was good. You got to remember back in the 93, Michael Jackson was still pretty popular, pretty hot. And so he came out Well, you know, that show, the Michael Jackson one, was done in at the Rose Bowl at the Pasadena. And what happened was uh he was up in this tower, and it looked like his image was up there. And people were thinking, is he going to bungee jump down to the stage? They had the stage set up in the middle of the field. Is he going to bungee jump? Is he going to use a jetpack to fly down? We never knew this guy's going to do, right? Well, here they set off some sort of fireworks or something, and all of a sudden he appears. I guess he was under the stage and he came up to the trap door and everybody else. And stupid people were saying, "How did you get from up there?" It wasn't good. So anyway, Michael Jackson came out first, and he had his Sergeant Pepper outfit on, the military thing, and the sunglasses, and he was like a robot first, didn't he? He was going like this, very deliberate. And then, took the sunglasses off and took the jacket off, and he was himself, Michael Jackson. Well, the first song he did with Billie Jean, and he cut that hat, the fedora hat he put on, with the very famous hat that he did at the Apollo Theater when he first entered the moonwalk. And he did the whole dance, he did the moonwalk, the Billie Jean, and it was really. And then he threw the hat away, and he opened up the shirt, like the t-shirt, and his white shirt was sort of like flowing in the breeze. He liked that. And then he did black and white, which actually wasn't a bad song, and it was his Dangerous album. And so he was killing the two birds with one stone. He was doing the halftime show, and he was promoting his album too. So it did be black and white, and that was me. Then he got into more, what should I say, humanitarian. So he did We Are the World, which a lot of people don't remember. He actually wrote that song along with Lionel Richie, We Are the World. If you see that documentary, I think it's on Netflix now, or one of their cable stations, watch it. The night that all these performers got together after the Grammy show, there's like, 83, 84. They all got together that night, all through the night, from 10 at night until 6 in the morning. They were in the studio recording the song "We Are the World," and it's really fascinating stuff. And you get a chance to watch it, do it. It's something called the greatest pop music. Anyway, back to Michael Jackson. So he did We Are the World, and all the people in the Rose Bowl had cardboard hearts, and they held them up, and they all how should I describe it? The cardboards all look like kids all around the world. It was colorful. You got it. And and then at the very end, he invited all these kids up on stage, and this big inflated globe, the earth, inflated behind them. It sounds sort of cheesy, doesn't it? Sort of campy, but it was really good. But in 1993, we're talking about 31 years ago, right? So we all thought that was cool. Ooh, that's cool. But the internet really wasn't. We didn't have cell phones. We thought stuff like that was really cool. So it inflated, and Michael Jackson and all these kids were singing "Heal the World," which was another song from his Dangerous Zone, and it was good. So that was his performance. I thought it was very good. Flash forward to 2007. you have the performance that most polls, and I agree, most they say that this was the greatest halftime show ever. I mean, you had Paul McCartney perform one year. He was great, Philippines. You had all these different, oh my God, the different stars. The best one was Prince. Prince. And Prince did his, it was in Miami. And let me tell you, it was at night. Now, Michael Jackson's performance was more in the day because we're talking about the West Coast, and it was still like, by halftime, it was still like 5 o'clock on the West Coast. So actually, he did his in the day, but Prince did his at night. And you had all the fireworks. And you remember when Prince was at one time going on under this? He didn't want to be called Prince. He wanted to be called this symbol. You couldn't really pronounce it. It was just the artist formerly known as Prince. Well, and he had this symbol. When I was on the field, and it was all lit up in purple and children colors. And he did a few songs which were really, really good. Let's Go Crazy. He did a Proud Mary, which was unusual with Prince when he did that. But at the end, it was the best. Prince did the guitar thing. A lot of people, he was so talented. He was a great songwriter. He could dance. He could dance just as well, I think, as Michael Jackson. But the thing Prince could do was he could play. He was one of the greatest guitar players ever. If you get a chance, Google him playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps from Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show. And that was a tremendous. Well, here Prince is doing the guitar thing. And it's raining. It's raining like hell down. I mean, torrents of rain in Miami, And all of a sudden, at the end of his act, Prince segues into Purple Rain. He's doing Purple Rain in the rain. And everything's, the lights and everything around him is purple, because that was his big color. So, purple, and he's doing, as the rain's falling down in sheets, and he's got the guitar, and he's singing Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Oh, it was great. I thought it was great. And this was way, we had cell phones by then and computers. So we weren't like living in the historic ages like we were back when Michael Jackson was before, So Prince, it's still my favorite. And if you Google those two, you're going to see the recent performances just started up to par. I mean, you had The Weeknd running around in a house full of mirrors. I mean, what the hell is it, right? Some of them more recent ones, it just aren't up to stuff. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but they're not. So we'll see what Usher does this year. I can't even tell you one song on the shoot. I really. Hey, the Rolling Stones, they were a halftime show. They were great. They did 3 songs. 3 songs. From what I read, most of the artists who do the halftime show, they are not paid because they feel that although the National Football League, whoever sponsors the show, will fly the artists in along with the bands and family and friends, go to the Super Bowl. There's a lot of perks. And, from doing a halftime show at the Super Bowl, there's a significant bump in record sales. So Bruce Springsteen, great, did a halftime show in the E Street Band, just great. So we've had a lot of these iconic music stars, I'm thinking of who hasn't done the halftime show, you know? I don't know. I would say like the Taylor Swift, right? But she's gonna be there this time anyway, in the stands, in the booth, in their suite, on Travis Kelsey, right? Maybe 1 year shot she'll be performing. Yeah, because I gotta give it to, they do get the top acts, you know? And you can't be Paul McCartney doing Beatles stuff. I mean, that's uncommon, right? So anyway, so if you have a chance, please Google uh, Michael Jackson and Prince Super Bowl halftime shows, and you'll be glad you did. All right, then. I'm done, and I'm gonna go and have some chopsticks. I don't know. So, you know what? Today's the day. Today's the day. I'm going to give you guys a report. We're going down to the Apple store at our local mall, and we're going to try to get a demo for this big Apple thing on your face. That people are the little in control with your hands and your eyes. And I'm going to see it. Is it like smoking wacky weed? What is it? Is we're gonna see that if we're successful. I'll give them a recording tomorrow. Plus, don't forget, tomorrow is our classic TV, once a week, our classic TV memory. We've done Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres, and the Addams Family. So what are we going to pick tomorrow as our classic TV show to talk about? Now I'm just going to rant at it. I don't know if we usually do unknown facts about it, my opinion on, with the characters, its classic episodes that we're going to talk about. It's a lot of fun. So, the attitude into tomorrow. So, all right, everybody, have a good Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll talk to you again. All right? Take care for now. Peace. Peace and love. See you tomorrow.